we talked about this habit a long time ago. I'd say maybe 2 3 months ago, but we wanted to redo this before the end of the year, and that's about acting with courage and consideration. How to balance these two things. What's important about these two things and why we should balance them, especially in Islam, because you know acting with courage is something we should always have. This value of being courageous about speaking, standing up for what's right, is one of the most important values of being a Muslim. When we see oppression, when we see injustice, when we see things that are not right, we should have the courage to speak up. We should not be the ones who are, being quiet, right? We see our role models, the Holy Prophet, the companions. They're the ones who would speak up against the injustice of the idol worshippers, right? In this way, we should do the same when when we see things around the world. We should not be afraid to say no. We should not be afraid to speak up and implement the values of Islam and to teach people. But in doing this way, while we are courage, we should also be considerate. We should care about people's feelings. We should understand that being courageous in this way can also, might embarrass someone or hurt someone or do something in this way. So we should have peace instead of arguments. We should be considerate of other people's feeling as we are being courageous. We should always create a win-win situation, right? In Islam, we always want peace with each other. We always want to resolve things. But when we are being courageous, we have to also have the courage to stand up. So when we have the courage to stand up, we should also be considerate of others. And that's how we should balance those two. And in this way, this is how the Holy Prophet taught us in this way. To keep us, right? The Holy Prophet never was courageous to stand up against the idol worshippers just to create a fight. He didn't do it just because he wanted for the conflict to happen. He did it for the values of Islam. So he would stand up against the idol worshippers and say that this is wrong. Allah is the rightful creator. You should not worship the idol worshippers. But he did it in a way that was considerate to others. He did it in a way of respectfulness. He was courageous and respectful. And in this way, he had courage and consideration. And the thing is, Allah talks about this in the Quran, in the same ayat, both courage and consideration. Allah speaks in Surah Al-Ma'idah. This is a very long ayat, but I wanted us to read it because it's very important. It touches these two things in contrast to each other. Ya ayyuhalladheen amanu kunu qawwameen Allahi shuhada bil qist wa la yajrimannakum shana'anu qawmin ala alla ta'dilu a'dilu huwa aqrabullah lit-taqwa wattaqullah innallaha khabirun bima ta'malun. So there's two parts of this ayat because it's a very long one. The first part of this ayat, it's saying, "O believers, stand firm for Allah. Bear true testimony. Do not let the hatred of a people lead you into injustice." So first, Allah in this ayat is guiding the people, say, be courageous. Stand up for what's right. Don't let other people's wrongfulness, don't let the hatred of other people make you suppress your voice. Speak up. You should stand be courageous against the injustice. This is the first part of the ayat. But then the second part of the ayat says, be just. That is the closer to righteousness. And be mindful of Allah. So Allah is saying, be courageous, stand up for Allah, stand up for Islam. But then He's saying, be just. Be mindful of people. Be mindful of Allah. Allah is surely all aware of what you do. See, in this way, Allah is trying to balance us out to be courageous, but then also to consider people's feelings. This is the most important thing. These are the two things that we should always have the balance in when we are, when we are showing our values of Islam to our fellow Muslims, to gain the people and to understand and make the society and our community a better place. So inshallah, we can do this as we are growing up, as we are here in Hadith school. we should understand that having courage and consideration are two of the most things that are as important as to one another. And it's important to balance these two out, as this ayat says. So inshallah we can do this for our community, for the things as we grow up, as we be good leaders, inshallah. Okay, let's pray our loud salawat.